and welcome to a Pickup Sports Talk special clip. I'm Brandon Schiffman. As you can see by the title and thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about Coach Prime, or Deion Sanders, and his move from Jackson State to the University of Colorado, and what it means for college football and some potential implications. For starters, I understand that this happened a few days ago, and a lot of people have already gotten their opinions out there. I just want to get mine out there, my initial reactions, just so we can all look back on them soon. I think you can't talk about Coach Prime without talking about his time at Jackson State, because in those 2 years, they were truly special. For starters, they had two of their best years in program history, and they garnered a ton of attention for HBCUs, which I think was long overdue. Another significant achievement, or some other significant achievements he had there. They had their best season in program history this year. They went undefeated and won the SWAC, and they got the greatest commit to an HBCU that I know of in history, which was Travis Hunter. If you don't know him, he's a 5-star defensive back in the class of 2022 who actually flipped his commitment from Deion Sanders' alma mater, Florida State, to Jackson State on signing day. That garnered a ton of press. On Colorado's side, it's a little bit of a different story. Over the past 20 years, they've been a declining program. They were good in the 90s, kind of fell into mediocrity. The past few years, even worse than that. They've been the bottom of the Pac-12. And that's just been due to poor coaching, lack of recruiting, inconsistent play overall. There was a lot of bad stuff going on there, but I think it's all about to change, and here's why. Coach Prime demands excellence from his players, and it's no secret. And I want to kind of compare this to something else. Last year, when Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma for USC, he basically brought everyone he wanted from Oklahoma and got a ton of transfers additionally. And we were joking at the time. They were the USC Sooners, but really they were the USC Sooners and more. They had everyone that Coach Riley would have ever wanted. And I think something similar, if not greater, could happen here, but I think it's a more long-term thing. I think this year, he's going to bring in a ton of guys from Jackson State, get a few good transfers, like mainly Travis Hunter is going to go with him. His son Shadur, he already announced is going to be the starting quarterback. Maybe like 8 to 10 other guys, and then a few big transfers. I think this year, they have a really good, or next year rather, they have a really good year, but I don't think it's quite great yet. But I think in the long term, next 5, 10 years, however long he chooses to stay at Colorado, by the end of that time, there's potential for them to be a real dynasty in the Pac-12. And I think a lot of that also stems from, beyond just the good recruiting, USC and UCLA leaving. Yes, there are good programs in the Pac-12. I'm talking about Washington, Wazoo, and Oregon, but I think Colorado will be right in the mix with them if they're consistently recruiting high-level players such as those other schools. I think the sky's the limit for the program at Colorado. It will take time. There will be an adjustment period. But with everything that Coach Prime demands out of his players, I think that this program levels up sooner than a lot of people think. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and check out our upcoming episode. Thanks.